Yo, what's going on guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got a quick video going over some great deals on some video cards. And as we know, the climate for GPU prices has still been all over the place. Sometimes you can get decent deals, but it's still very hard and a lot of them are hard to come by in stock. The GTX 1070 in particular is one of those GPUs that is nearly impossible to find at its retail price. That is still the case. However, GTX 1060s, particularly the 6GB model, which is the one that most people want to get, are becoming more and more available, especially on Newegg. So I want to go over a few of those, as well as a good deal on a 1080 for those of you that are interested. And I know a lot of you guys are still looking to pick up graphics cards, so I thought, why not make this video? Gonna try to get it up very quickly so none of these will go out of stock between the time it takes for recording and editing. So let's just get right into this. So there is an EVGA GeForce GTX 1060, a 6GB model. It's ACX 2.0 and it is $265, and it includes a free copy of Rocket League. Now, $265 is still a relatively expensive price. You can also look into Newegg's Master Pass discount. Not everybody's gonna qualify for that, but that'll knock off another $25 and you can end up getting the GPU for $240. I'll leave the code for the Master Pass discount in the description box down below. And one thing that Newegg is doing that's pretty good is that they're limiting the 1060s to 2 per customer, which is nice to see. Hopefully that'll keep the stock a little bit more abundant. There is another EVGA GeForce GTX 1060 that's also available. That's the ACX 3.0 6GB as well. It's super clocked, and that's $290, but once again, you can take off $25 if you use the Master Pass code, and if you qualify for it. Again, that's not a great price, but given how prices have been and how hard it has been to find a 6GB 1060, to get one at that price and get a copy of Rocket League, not a bad deal at all. Newegg has also got a GIGABYTE GeForce GTX 1080 for $510. Now, you can once again use that code and knock off $25. $510 for a 1080, not the best price in the world, but it's still relatively good. The 1080 has been one of those GPUs that has been available pretty easily. You've seen price increases on it here and there, but still this is a decent price for one, and I wanted to give it a mention because right now you can't really get a 1070 for a good price, so you might as well get a 1080. 1070s are going for north of $450, and that's really not worth it. You might as well just pick up a 1080 at that point. And this one on Newegg isn't a bad deal at all. Finally, there's one other option on eBay for a 1080. Now, this is manufacturer refurbished, but it's sold from Newegg's eBay page. And as I've said before, Newegg has a great track record with their refurbished products, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. And this 1080 is a really good model. Now, it is $520, but you can use the code PCollege10, and that'll knock off 10%, and you'll end up getting a considerable discount on this GPU. So, pretty good deal on a 1080 here as well. It'll end up being a little less than $570, I believe, which is a pretty good price given how prices have been. Prices on a lot of the AMD GPUs are still very, very high, but I think if you're just gaming, you don't really care if you pick up an AMD or an NVIDIA GPU, and with the 1060 being available for good prices, 1080s are available for pretty good prices. I think the ability to build a decent PC at a decent price is being returned to the gamers, so that's very nice to see, and the GTX 1060 is a very good card, so it's very nice to have that as a mid-range option, particularly the 6GB model, because 3GB 1060s have been available pretty easily, but those 6GB ones have been very difficult to find, but it looks like that is changing. So happy I was able to bring this video to you guys. Hopefully by the time you see it, all these GPUs are still in stock, and like I said, the 1060s do come with a free copy of Rocket League, so factor that in, and they are really good prices. As always guys, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.